Noelle Lambert proves over and over again no challenge is too big. She's training for the 100-meter, expected to qualify for the Summer Games in Tokyo, in a sport she took up just months ago.
I had no idea where the 100 mark was. I had no idea how to start in the starting blocks. I didn't really know what to do.
Track coach Sherman Hart saw a whole lot of grit and determination.
She's very raw. She's still new at this. You know, she was a lacrosse player, so I'm trying to get the lacrosse out of her and put some track in her.
Noelle was a star lacrosse player at Londonderry High School. She also played for Granite State Elite and got a scholarship to UMass Lowell, a Division I school. She was the leading scorer her freshman year.
I had very high hopes for what my future was going to be at UMass Lowell, and I was very excited for the future.
And then, disaster. In 2016, the summer before her sophomore year, Noelle, riding with a teammate, lost control of a moped on Martha's Vineyard and sideswiped a dump truck.
Everyone was rushing towards us, and I looked down and saw that my leg was gone. My leg was severed on the scene. And the only thing that I thought about, the first thing that jumped into my head was lacrosse.
Fearful she'd never play again. With 3 older brothers, sports made up her life, practically born with a ball in her hand.
I was involved with sports, I think, like right off the bat. I played soccer on my older brother's team. I was always involved with sports.
Sports, it would turn out, had healing powers. Her first visitor at the hospital, her college coach.
The first question I asked her was, am I still going to be on the team? And she just said, Noelle, you're always going to be a part of this team. It put my spirits in a good place and everything, and I just knew that I was going to get through it.
Further boosted by visits from Boston Marathon bombing survivors Celeste Corcoran and Heather Abbott.
Getting to meet them, it was really amazing just because of everything that they've gone through, and I kind of thought to myself, if they can get through that tragedy and everything and do so well with it, then I should be able to.
Right then and there, Noelle resolved to pick up a lacrosse stick once again. Aware she'd have to skip her sophomore season as she waited for a running prosthetic. But she didn't miss a day of practice, taking on the role of student coach. And when junior year rolled around, she was ready and eager.
I had a meeting with my coaches, just telling them that I didn't want to be treated differently just because I had a prosthetic. I wanted to be treated like everybody else.
Which meant she must pass a grueling running test. And with the help of her teammates, she did.
My first practice, my coaches did not let up. They threw me into every single drill. I fell probably like 20 times during that first practice, but I still got up and I continued to work hard.
No longer a starter, she waited for the coach's nod. And her first game back, she scored a goal. That same fearlessness is catapulting Noelle to success on the track.
All right, that's better.
The head coach of the U.S. Paralympic track and field team invited her to try out. 1 month later, Noelle won her first meet. Mom couldn't believe it.
When I was in Arizona with her, when she won that first race, I was in shock. I said, you actually just won.
Then it was on to Dubai for the World Championships. Noelle placed 4th, running the 100-meter in 16.31 seconds, setting a new American record.
I was really proud of her. She would have shattered it if she would have gotten down a little bit, but she's still new at this. Come on, don't push back, just go straight forward.
With her eyes on the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo this summer, Noelle and her coach know a strong start out of the blocks could bring home gold.
It was never a dream, and I don't think it was ever in the cards for me, but now getting so close to being able to call myself an Olympian, a Paralympian, it's really surreal.
She credits her lacrosse training for her triumphs.
When we would do the run tests for lacrosse, I would have to run along people with 2 legs. So that definitely made me go faster, it made me work harder.
She's grateful to Heather Abbott's foundation and others for donating her special prosthetics, including her running blade. Insurance covers the everyday leg, but no extras. Blades run anywhere between $20,000 and $50,000.
If I didn't have my running prosthetic or my waterproof prosthetic, I really wouldn't be where I am today. I mean, it's who I am. That's who I was before my accident. I was always active.
Now Noelle wants to pay it forward. She started her own charity in 2019, the Born to Run Foundation, already handing out 7 prosthetics. It's been a game changer for 25-year-old Josh Beecher of Bedford. He was born with a club foot. 2 years ago, after a long, agonizing road, he chose amputation below the knee.
That was the hardest decision I'll ever have to make, but the best. I woke up from surgery and the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders.
His blade from the Born to Run Foundation gives him new freedom.
It means the world, because, they opened up a whole bunch of possibilities for me, where I can just be active again. And it's something I feel like a lot of people can take for granted because, you can just put your shorts on and go for a run. Now I can too.
Go. All right, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Noelle has turned her misfortune into fortune, enriching her life in ways once unimaginable.
Having this happen to me, it just put things into perspective and it just made me think what was important in life.
Now she's focused on lifting the spirits of others and accomplishing new goals, including capturing gold in Tokyo.
Go.